the soldiers come out here in 1870, and they're assigned to General Stoneman, and he's out here in 1870. Anyhow, they're putting a camp up this road here, and on way about 8 miles when you get top of that hill, it's about 8 miles toward Globe, east of here. And that's where the soldiers are going to be quartered, 400 of them. The Apaches are down here, coming from Tucson, from Florence, from the Pima villages over there out west, and they have to find a way to get from there down to here. So Stoneman, being an engineer, gets his captain, and they get a group of men, and they start building this road all the way from Signal Peak Mountain, which is over there, around here, 8 miles to here, and from here all the way to Picket Post Mountain, which is out that direction. On top of Picket Post and on Signal Peak, they had heliographs, and they would, down there from Signal Peak, they could see as far as Tucson on a clear day, and they could see the dust trails coming through the desert, and they could tell you, those soldiers could tell you how many Indians were in the group. And they had binoculars, great big ones, and they would look. And so they would send by Morse code on the heliograph to Signal Peak to start some soldiers down. So many Apaches are coming, so many Indians are coming back. So they send them down this road once they got the road built, and then on down that direction, and then the soldiers down below could see the flashing mirrors, and somebody who was in the Signal Corps in the Army would interpret for them, and they said, well, we got to go east, we got to go west, and we're going to meet them up right about here. So that's what they did. That's the way it was. And so this road, in its building of this road, there was a soldier named John Sullivan. John Sullivan found some pieces of black rock, and he broke them. He didn't know what he had. And he showed some soldiers who had been miners, and he said, well, that's silver. That's high-grade silver. Boy, where'd you find that? And he wouldn't tell them. So he kept it quiet. And so about 1873, Sullivan musters out of the Army. Sullivan was broke, and he had no clothes, and he didn't have a mule or a horse. So they traded him an animal, and they gave him some clothes and boots. Didn't have boots, good boots, and some money for a clue for where they thought the mine was, the high-grade mine was. So they got this knowledge, and they searched, and they couldn't find it. Hey, wait a minute. Sullivan said that it was on the grade, and there was the largest boulder on the grade, and the little brown hill, a stone's throw. Well, let's see if we can find one of those. Well, there's nothing but little brown hills all the way from the mountain, all the way down to Picket Post, okay? But this part up here is called the grade. The rest of it's called the Stoneman Trail. So this part coming down here, it's about a mile, and the grade. And they said, so they're coming down, and they're little brown hills, they're checking them. And they looked over in this direction, they see this boulder. The brush, they come through the brush, and they see the boulder up there. The trail goes right past this rock formation over here, which became the Glory Hole. That's the little brown hill. So they throw a stone as far as they can. They come over, climb over top. Laying right on the top of it is high-grade silver. And they said, this is the place. This is it. So they unload the mules with the silver lead, they dump it out, and they fill up their sacks with this high-grade silver, and they go to Florence. They get an assayer to look at the ore, and the assayer says, boys, this is great. This silver is great. This ore is great. You got a king of a mine here. He said, that's what we'll call it. We'll call it the Silver King.
Thank you for watching this episode of Mysteries of the Superstition Mountains.